Happy Monday everyone. We are back with another marathon build week and I've started it off with a win. No matter what happens this week, hopefully we get the highest mileage week yet. Hopefully we get good sessions, but I've started it off with a win. My first session of the week is already complete and I've hit a lifetime squat PB already today. And that feels great to say. 150 kilos, moved pretty nicely. I got 140 last week and it flew up. And I said then at the time I could have got 150. So today I went back and did it. 150 kilos, absolutely buzzing with that. Alongside the squats, I also did my standard upper body stuff to keep that all ticking over. And now I'm off for a 5K easy run to start off the week. Then high rocks class later on, triple training day after a morning shift. That is how we kick off the week. I've got to condense all my workouts into 6 days this week because I've got my first rest day coming up since September, which is pretty mental to say. Didn't really do that on purpose. It's just kind of how it's happened. But I'm going away next week, so I'll be traveling on Sunday. So that will be a rest day. I've got to fit everything else Monday to Saturday. Let's get it. Okay, run's done. Felt okay. Didn't feel amazing. My ankles and knees were feeling a bit sore. The whole thing felt like the first 2K of a run after a long week, which is basically what it was. 2 sessions down, 1 to go, just keep rattling them off. One other thing I will say is I've been in a small sustained surplus for about 4 weeks now, just like averaging about 200-300 calorie surplus a day. I'm up about a kilo maybe over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and it's doing wonders. It's like a cheat code. I've never really done a proper bulk because I started quite overweight. I basically lost a load of weight and then have pretty much been at maintenance for the last 2 years or so. A couple of small cuts and a couple of like holidays, but no real actual sustained deliberate calorie surplus. And oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, I've just done my biggest mileage week ever. I've hit a squat PB on the next day and I'm recovering great. It's like a cheat code, genuinely. And I just think that people don't do it enough. You know, you obviously always hear bodybuilders talking about bulking, but that's a bit different to like a performance-based, slow, gradual surplus, and it's feeling so good. Just one more session today then, high rocks conditioning, and that should be a fairly decent workout, pretty much 45 minutes of like just threshold work, and then I'll be back with a real run session tomorrow, threshold run session, hard graft. Looking forward to it.
It is Tuesday morning, just the one session today, but it's a juicy one. 14k with 3 by 3k at threshold, so 9k of threshold work. 415 to 420 per k is the prescription. We'll see how that feels. Last week I did 2 by 4k and held just under 415, so should be doable, but that was probably right on the edge of like where I should have been pace wise. A little bit slower than that won't do any harm. Breakfast is done, bit of toast, coffee's done, just waiting for that to all go down a little bit, then I'll be heading out the door. Can't hang about too long. I've got a haircut today before I go to work, thank God, because it is getting a little unruly. And I'm going to go back shorter. I think it's just so much easier to manage when it gets warm and you get hot and sweaty and swimming and stuff. Having the hair a bit longer is just getting annoying. So back to the short stuff we go.
Okay, we are halfway through the warm-up. 1k down, 1k to go. We're going to do some strides during this k and then we'll be off. 3 by 3k. Can't be that hard, can it? Surely. I'm actually feeling all right. Knees and ankles feel way better than yesterday, despite some pretty hard training. So that's definitely a positive, but just got to get my head down and get on with it. First set done. Rate of perceived effort is through the fucking roof. That was so hard. Heart rate was no different from last week, really, but I'm going to take the recovery super easy. A little walk, jog around the field, and then go again because I can't hit a float, proper float, and then do that again 2 more times. Quads are battered. Another one done. Had 417 for that block. Legs are absolutely cooked. I'm struggling to even get my heart rate above. Like, it's not like my heart rate's flying up and I can't hold it. It's just my quads absolutely cooked. I suspect the combination of 1 rep max squat yesterday and a few like warm-ups and a drop set, in combination with a high rocks class that featured quite a few wall balls, especially as I accidentally picked up the 9 kg wall ball instead of the 6 for quite some time, and it was horrendous and I didn't know why, and then I realised. So legs are not having it. I was actually halfway through that second block, I was already figuring out what I was going to say about why I quit the session, and then by the time I finished the block I was like, oh, I've done it. So one more. The plan is hold under 420. If I can do that, this will be a massive success considering how it's feeling. It's an absolute slog. I've just had a gel, so I'm going to crack on in a sec. The only thing I've amended really to the session is the recoveries. Just taking them super chill, walk, run, 5 minutes, like no pressure, just get the work done. So better get on with it. Oh my God. My head was so scrambled in that last rep, I managed to film out of the wrong camera. No idea how I even managed that. I'm calling it now. That was one of the hardest sessions I've ever done in my life. The actual mechanics of the session shouldn't have been that bad, but because of the fatigue I'm carrying, horrendous. I'm really pleased I hit those paces. I literally spent about 2k trying to figure out how I was going to quit, like what I was going to do to cut it short, and I'm really proud of myself for just ignoring that and getting it done. Really pleased. Okay, I didn't hit the floats like the plan was. 3x3k at threshold and 2 5-minute floats in between, so like 5 minute per k, and instead I did 5 minute like recovery walk jog. But the actual work I didn't cut short. 3x3k at threshold. I think I hit like 418 or something per k on that last set, so you know, slightly slower, but 415 to 420 was the band I was aiming for, and I hit everything in that. So really, really pleased that I got it done, because I really wanted to quit. really, really wanted to quit. My quads felt, I can't even describe the lactic pain that I was in for the last 2k of each of the 3 reps were just so painful. So I just need to rest now. Wednesday morning has arrived and I am feeling it. The last couple of days have definitely taken it out of me. DOMs in the legs, but we're going to plough on. 8k easy this morning. Absolutely no pace goal, just get the mileage done. And luckily it is a beautiful morning, so I don't have to worry about running in the rain. I can enjoy the weather, plod along and just get it done. Well, I'm 4k in. I'd hoped this was going to be one of those runs that started bad and got better, but it's just staying pretty grim. Ankles, shins, knees, quads, all battered. But I'm hoping this will prime me for a good day tomorrow. So I'm glad I'm out here getting it done. This will be just a tick in the box and move on. Not my favourite run ever. Can't win them all. Okay, job done. 8k easy. Didn't really get much better as we went on. It was okay. Got through it. 45 minutes done. Another session banked. I'm gonna go and have something to eat and then pretty quickly turn around and get down the gym for a strength session. It's gonna be not my most strenuous lift ever. I'm going to use more stable movements to help manage my fatigue. Smith machine is in, hack squat might be in, leg extensions actually might even be a better shout. Just going to keep it super comfortable. Still push the sets hard, you know, but the movements aren't going to be, you know, these big demanding lifts. That's the plan anyway, we'll see. Today's training is done and I've had a shift at work. I had a pretty quick turnaround after the gym to get into work this afternoon. I've just got home now, it's about 9 o'clock in the evening. I am ready for bed. I'm knackered, but I'm just gonna have something to eat before I go to bed. Gym session went pretty well actually. I managed 130 kilos for 4 on the hack squat, which was quite an intense set, but my legs actually felt pretty good by the time I'd warmed up, which is funny because they felt horrendous while I was running. We'll see how that lingers tomorrow for my progression run, 18k on the cards, getting up to some decent pace by the end. Also did some upper body work, plate loaded chest press, pull-ups, shoulder, lat raises, shrugs, some tricep extensions, etc. Keep everything ticking over on the upper body side. And that's about it really. So I'll be back tomorrow with my key session of the week, 18k progression run. Looking forward to it. Okay, we're off. It's quite windy today, but other than that, pretty good conditions for running. Thursday morning, 18k on the cards, progression run, 2k warm up, 5k marathon pace, 5k slightly quicker, and then 5k half marathon pace. So 440s, 430s, 420s is the plan. No floats, no recoveries, just get it done. Simple. Feeling alright actually. First few steps definitely feel better than yesterday, so let's just get on with it. Halfway through the marathon pace block, it's not looking good, chaps. Quite bad shin splints on the left side, quite bad foot pain on the right side, so we may have to adjust. Plan A, fuck it out, we'll see. 1k left of the marathon pace block, things have stabilised. Still hurts, both sides, but it's not getting worse. So plan A, fuck it out, remains on the cards. From a cardio perspective it feels good. So that's a positive. I'm not sure how it's going to feel when I step up the pace, but we'll see. Halfway through the 430s, we're battling. This is hard. It hurts. I think I've got this segment. Fuck knows what's happening after that. Last one of this block. It's going to be a 22:30, 5k, bang on. All I'm thinking is I can do one more. Don't worry about the rest. I can do one more. Unfortunately, the next one has got to be quicker, but I can do one more and then we'll see. Okay, 2k into the last block. I'm calling it. Could I theoretically have carried on? Yes. But not worth it. My form's going to shit, my legs are cooked. I feel like I'm going to injure myself if I carry on. It's gone into that sort of race effort, which not worth it. I'm a little bit disappointed, but also I think just the overall load, I might have just pushed it a touch too far. It's a muscular thing as opposed to cardio, so that's promising because I should shed a lot of that fatigue when it comes to race time when I dial back the strength training and stuff. So quads and hamstrings were just right on the edge. I really felt like
I couldn't put the power through my legs, so I was starting to overstride, and I just thought, I'm going to bang my knee up or have a foot issue or something if I carry on. So, sensible decision, call it there. I'm still going to do 18k. I'm just going to jog in the last 4k, little extended cool down. I'm happy with the session overall. Like, the paces felt good, aside from like the muscular stuff, so we carry on. Okay, we're done. 18k in the bag, quality session complete. Okay, I didn't do what I planned, but 12k of work, all at or quicker than marathon pace. Solid session on tired legs. So priority now is recover. I've got 20 miles plus on Saturday morning with some pace work in it. So just try and get the legs ready for that. I do have a high rocks class tomorrow, which could be an issue, but I'm just going to try and keep that relatively easy. Okay, Friday morning, 7k easy, complete. Let me just pause my watch. Ooh, that was good to stretch the legs. I skipped my high rocks class this morning. I had a little conflab with my partner last night, and we were just like, we both felt rough. I just felt like if I hit a tough high rocks class this morning, then a run, my 34k key session tomorrow is going to be absolute toilet, because my feet are hurting, ankles are aching, shins don't feel great. So it was a smart decision. It's like lowest priority on the plan is the high rocks stuff, so get it gone. Easy run today. It was kind of easy into steady, because after about 4k I just blasted the tunes up and I was really like feeling good, and my body felt better once I opened the stride up a little bit. So I'm not sure how that went. It was nothing quick. It went from like 5:30s to 5:15s or something, so just like right on the edge of my easy pace, but actually feeling way better now I finished the run than when I started. So hopefully, having doing nothing for the rest of today apart from going to work, I should get into that long run tomorrow morning feeling really good. That's the plan. Hopefully I wake up and everything's loosened off a bit, because today obviously only a 7k run, no double session. That is about as easy as it gets for me at the moment. So that is hopefully the plan. Feel good tomorrow morning. I'll see you then for a big session, 34k on the plan, and that will round me up to an 85k week. Once again, my biggest ever. Here we are then, Saturday morning, the long run. 34k on the plan. Bit of a change up this morning. I planned to get up early and do a big chunk before parkrun, but I just had a big lay-in. I've got nothing much to do after the run, so I just thought, why bother? Why bother getting up at the crack of dawn for no reason? So it is now 8:45. I'm going to do 2k warm-up, parkrun at marathon pace. Then I'm not sure. We'll see. Definitely a big chunk of easy, maybe another marathon pace block, maybe a block it steady, but basically I'm winging it. We'll see how it goes. Almost done the marathon pace segment. Feeling good, feeling strong. My feet ache badly, but apart from that, all good. Okay, 8k deep. I'm going to do an easy block now. Not sure how long. At least 10-15k, I think. Then I'll pick it back up again a bit later on. My feet have stopped aching now, so I don't know if that's because I was running faster. Not sure, but I feel okay now. So big chunk of easy, stick a podcast on, and then figure it out, I guess. half marathon is done. We are well over halfway. Feeling good, feeling strong. My left shoulder's achy, but apart from that, everything else feels good, so I'm pleased. It was about 1:52 for the half. I'm currently hitting about 5:25 per kilometre, something like that, which is pretty good for my easy pace. Heart rate's still low, so we're cooking. The plan is head back to the house, and that'll be at about 24k, 10k left. Get a drink, restock the gels, and then head out for the last 10k, and I'm going to do 8k of that at some kind of pace, and we'll see what that is. Okay, just got home, 10k left. Quick outfit change because it's actually pretty warm now, so swapped into a vest quickly, had a wee, had a drink, grabbed a gel. I've realised I missed a gel at some point. I think at 21k I was supposed to take one and I missed it, so I've had one now. I have one more, but it does mean I will be one gel down for the run, which it's not the end of the world, but it is annoying. Hopefully it won't make too much difference, but I'm going to head out now. I think the plan is 1k down to the loop, then I'll do 4k steady, 4k marathon pace, 1k cool down, and we'll be done, and I'll see how that feels. If I get any niggles, any complaints, I'll just drop it down to easy. Don't want to do a hero session, just get the mileage done. But yeah, we'll see how that feels. At the moment I'm feeling good, so hopefully it will go well. This is endorphin central. Pace quicker than easy, but slower than hard. Sun's out, tunes are blaring. Love it. This is peak runner's high. Feeling amazing. Oh, I can't wait for the spring and the summer. 2.5k left of effort. I've just dropped to 4:36, so I'm going to try and hold that for the last 3. And then I jog back and we're done. Rest day tomorrow. Let's get it. Session is complete. That is by far the best long run session of my life. Perfect conditions, sunny but cold, no wind. So we did warm up, 5k marathon pace at park run, 16k easy, and then 17 or 18k easy, then an 8k build, starting at like a steady 5 minute per k, building up to just under 4:30s for the last one, and that was just, felt so good. A couple of bits along the way, my feet started to ache. Well, my feet ached for the first like 7 or 8k, then that eased off. Shoulder started to ache, but then when I took a quick pit stop and went for a pee and got a drink, that helped that, and then I had no shoulder pain for the last few reps, and then yeah, the build just felt really solid. Up to about 4:40 just felt really cruisy. Once I went into the 4:30s, that's when it started getting tough, but that's ideal because 4:40 per k is the target marathon pace, and that felt smooth. It's only once I got up to sort of 4:30 per k that it really started to get tough. So great session, absolutely chuffed, as pleased as punch with that. And now I'm done for a bit, so rest day tomorrow, and I'm traveling to Tenerife for a golf trip, which you will see in the next video. I'm still gonna do some training, but not loads. I'll be on the beers and playing golf, but I'm just gonna run in the morning, a few gym sessions while I'm out there. It's only 4 days, then I'll be back. And then the end of next week, 10k race. It's a bit of a fitness check, see where my 10k pace is at. Hoping sub 42-ish, but that'll be its own dedicated video. So I'll see you next week for the golf trip video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button please, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next week.